Who knew what 97 hours trapped in a white room playing Elden Ring could do to a man? Stable Ronaldo, or Clark Kent, because that's who everyone seems to be comparing him to now. It's a bit of a stretch in my opinion. Well, he subjected himself to what I would argue is the closest thing we've had to torture live on stream. Don't get me wrong, as a viewer, it was crease. Personally, I'd find it way harder to sit and watch a Blackboy Max stream. What am I even saying? That's such shit rage bait. Point is, Ron came out a completely new man to the one that went in the room. There was a part of me that thought he was never going to go into the room in the first place. The whole run-up made it seem like he was going to bitch out of it, but considering the room cost 25k to build, best believe I'm going in there with no hesitation. And on the Bible, genuinely I don't think this would be that hard. That's not even supposed to be rage bait. He's got chat there to support him is one way of putting it.
Stop saying it's 3.
But he's got unlimited food and water, a nice bed on the floor, people were coming in every few hours to come see him. This guy had more social interaction than I did. The only bad part about this would be that the lights are constantly on and the fact I couldn't bust a nut. I am low-key a bit of an addict, I'm trying to stop. Bit of UK law for you Americans. They've now made it so you have to age verify to get onto the hub. Like you've got to send a picture of your passport in like you're trying to get your driving license or something. But it's going to help my gooning addiction, so I'm kind of glad. But all Ron needed to do all day to stop himself from going insane was to walk in a circle, do some push-ups, sit-ups and some squats, and then just play Elden Ring the rest of the time. I know for a fact most people watching this video would consider that a holiday, not a challenge. This guy had 20,000 viewers whilst he was sleeping. Not sure what those viewers are doing for a living, but watching a guy sleep is another level of unemployment. But before we get into the glaze of Ron with his little bit of facial hair and his glasses, let's watch the process of Stubble Ronaldo descending into madness. Stubble Ronaldo, that was genuinely off the dome. I was just recording the clips for this video. It turns out loads of people have said Stubble Ronaldo, so I'm not unique or special, so I'm gonna shut up. The trailer for this marathon was actually kind of cool. It was a recreation of the Squidward thing, but 30 seconds after he got locked in the room, he got a visit from Mr. Nonch himself.
PBM!
And immediately had to drop some racism to start off the stream.
Wait, it's my first time seeing color!
I didn't.
Not even 10 minutes after that, he started crashing out because the stream just became a rainbow static laggy mess. And then once Bepsi came and fixed it, the game started freezing and lagging. So an absolute mint start to the marathon, basically. Oh, and it turns out Bepsi hadn't fixed the stream because not even an hour went by and it started tweaking out again, which led Ron into what I like to call the crash out horny autism cycle. Starts off with, I can't open up Task Manager! Then progresses into this and finishes off with this. Yeah, I don't think Ron's cut out for this sort of challenge. Not even 2 hours in, he put his first hole through the desk with his controller. But it gets far worse if you haven't seen already. After 3 hours and 70 attempts of trying to beat the first boss, Ron had his first of many tantrums about wanting to leave the room.
Yo, I'm not kidding. Yo, get me out of the room. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, bro. I don't want to do it.
Give it a fucking rest. You've been there for 3 hours and you've probably made more money than my whole family has done in the past month, you out of touch little piece of shit. My bad. I actually have no idea what just came over me. That was really weird. 1 hour and 33 attempts later, he finally defeats the first boss. Little did he know he was only 3.86597938% of the way through this Elden Ring isolation motive. Lacey delivered him some food at the 4.5 hour point, and it's the first time you notice that Ron has absolutely no idea of how long it's been. The chat spamming every different hour of the day is amazing stuff, really. By 6 hours in, he already had half the desk he originally started the stream with. I can't seem to find the clip that made him create this damage though, and I don't think it's from this hit earlier unless the desk is made out of polystyrene. They also ended up giving him some aircon, which was nice. Trapped in an insulated room in 30-degree heat is not ideal. Yes, I'm aware most of you are probably American watching this, but I'm from the UK. We don't do shitty Fahrenheit measurements, that makes no sense. 30 degrees is like 85 Fahrenheit. Why the fuck am I doing this shitty little weather metric heat segment? It makes no... I'm just gonna move on. At 9 hours, he made what I'm pretty sure was his first attempt at escaping. Either that's a very sturdy door, or Ron has the strength of a malnourished child.
Get me out!
Unsurprisingly, no one let him out, and that brought out his inner retard. There's not much point in me showing you his reaction to losing to any of the bosses, because they're all pretty much something like this.
God, I'm a fat idiot!
So yeah, you kind of get the gist. Silky came in at the 12-hour mark, started trolling him by saying he's 16 hours in already, and then comes back 2 minutes later with Lacey and says he's been in there for 8 hours. I don't think Ron gave a shit though. He was scrambling us in and out of fat fuck. I thought this guy was doing a fitness transformation. He tried to hit another swift escape as well, but smacked straight into the door. 2 out of 10 clip farm. But then he tried to stop Lacey from leaving the room so he could have a fuck buddy for the night. That didn't really go to plan though. Skip another 12 hours into the future, he died a few more times, and he's now trying to unalive unalive himself by stabbing his neck with a plastic fork.
Yeah! Pop a blood vessel! Something!
He seemed to carry over that rage onto his desk because this is what it looked like by hour 26. Rather impressive how it hasn't caved in on itself. DDG came and gave him a visit. At this point, Ron was scaring people that came into the room with him. The cameraman looked shook the whole time he was in there. He then tried to kick the door down again, but this time ended up slipping straight onto his face and banging his ankle up against the chair. I know for a fact that genuinely hurt. We'll skip over the next 12 hours or so because all that happens is more and more failed attempts. Lacey comes in with Jeremiah, the Love Island guy, and immediately leaks how long Ron's been in there for.
This is your third day?
Oh,
It's his fourth day.
no.
52 hours. 24. Damn! Oh, my fault.
52 hours I've been in here?
You can tell this man still needs to be streamer trained. There's this clip of Ron waking up in the 67th hour and bro looks like a patient in a mental asylum. Still not a hard life though, is it? I think this is right about the time he started hearing voices in his head, going into mental breakdowns fairly often.
Take your clothes off, baby! Let's get freaky! And
then he got even more emotional once he fought Melania a few times.
I mean, I'm really not gonna play. You guys think I was trolling? I'm not. I can't. I literally can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting something like different to change.
I could sit here and feel bad, but this comment resonated with me. No one forced him to do this shit. Leroy came to have a peek at Ron whilst he was streaming with Adapt, and I think he made the right decision not to go in the room with him. Ron was no longer sane at this point. This is what he looked like after 1,000 deaths. Really took a toll on him. What a horrible picture. But I'm pretty sure this is about the time he started wearing the blue light glasses and the stubble started coming through. And there are some thirsty people on TikTok and Twitter. Oh my. The facial hair and glasses. Oh my god. Moan emoji, tongue emoji. What the fuck? OSR got me drooling. Hard eyes emoji. Come on, Salt. You're better than this. I'd agree with Adrian. This is the most accurate comparison. At this point, he started abusing Kimmy, pulling her arm through the door and throwing metal forks at her. What a flirt. After 280 deaths to Melania, though, he did eventually beat her.
Oh my god!
But at this point, he'd already lost his mind. He was saying about all the things he's forgotten whilst being in that room.
I kid you not, I forgot I had a car. There was points where I forgot I had a girlfriend. I forgot what trees look like.
Not sure how you forget you have a girlfriend when you were abusing her 6 hours earlier, but I won't judge. But at last, after 1,300 deaths, 97 hours of somewhat isolation, he became the Elden Lord and defeated the final boss.
I'm an Elden Lord! It's over! It's all over!
So he gets let out, hits some rather clean daps, I have to say. And the first thing he did was jump straight into the pool. That must have felt letting, I can't lie. Specky Alien came out and asked him what was the first thing he was going to do.
What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna go outside?
Shower.
He already is outside.
Oh yeah, you are outside.
Yeah, good one, Jason. Really confirming the brain dead allegations. We finally got to see the desk in all its glory, though. One more hit and those monitors would have collapsed in on themselves. But now Ron's feeling himself a little bit too much, I can't lie. He's also got a second account on TikTok that he's trying to rage bait people on. You still look like this under the t-shirt. I do low-key sound like a hater right now, don't I? I'm just jealous of the GT3 RS, okay? I'll admit it. Once again, he was trying to aura farm in front of Jason. That was a quick reaction from Kimmy, by the way, fair play. But he was trying to act mature in his Stone Island polo. This ain't the Ron that I used to know. Will the stable ever return to his previous self? That's what I want to know.